Are you ready to transform your pool into a stunning oasis? At Mainland Pool Service, they're a family-owned business committed to keeping your pool looking pristine all year round. They believe that pool care should be proactive, not reactive, which is why their skilled team handles everything from routine cleaning to complex issues with precision. They prioritize clear communication and personalized solutions to exceed your expectations. Join the Mainland Pool Service family today and experience the difference their expertise and dedication can bring to your relaxation retreat. Contact them now at mainlandpoolservice.com.
Junior Grizzlies summer camps presented by Ortho South are the key to a slam dunk summer with over a dozen 4-day camps perfect for hoopers ages 6 to 14 looking to build fundamental skills and make unforgettable memories. With camps across the Mid-South in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, you won't have to go far for the ultimate hoops experience this summer. Registration comes with a Junior Grizzlies jersey, lunchbox, and a basketball to take home. Don't wait, space is limited. Visit grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies today to secure a spot for a fun-filled summer. That's grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
From the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South, on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
What is up, y'all? Good morning. Welcome into the Gary Parrish Show. It's Monday, and I am Lang Whitaker sitting in for GP because GP is working today at there's some basketball game tonight. I don't know what it is. It's not Grizzlies Cavs, final home game of the season, fan appreciation night. That's been at Doyle. Kyra Black is on the ones and twos, and we're getting you ready for a lot of stuff. So today we're going to talk Grizz game day, the final Grizz game day of the year. We got Michael Eaves who's going to jump on. We'll talk Final Fours, because there was the end of the women's one yesterday. The men's final game tonight is happening, the one shining moment. The Masters is also this weekend. Are you going to get your green shirt ready for that, Bennett? I don't know. What do you?
You know it, man.
You're a big Masters guy.
Fired up. No, I actually do like the Masters.
I love the Masters. Yeah.
I think Eaves is going to be there. So you got to ask
he
about it.
Yeah, I went 2 years ago, and it was unbelievable. And then we got other stuff to talk about. We got a bunch of different things. LeBron, story that won't go away. LeBron doubles down against Memphis. Steph Curry came back. Did you watch that last night?
I did, yeah. I did check that out.
They got the loss, but he looked really good. Cooper Flagg has planted his flag, I think, in the Rookie of the Year. How was that? And in the Rookie of the Year race, I think Cooper Flagg has overtaken. Somehow Con Knippel passed him, it seemed like, in the court of public opinion. Yeah. But now he's back. Hey, this afternoon, I'm going to be watching Netflix in the middle of the day.
In 2 hours, actually.
Artemis. We're going around the moon, and it's going to be live streamed on Netflix.
We're going to the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Well, it's not actually dark.
They just call it that?
Yeah. It's a misnomer. It's because it's dark to us. It's like dark. It's off.
Gotcha. Well,
the moon has a synchronous rotation with the Earth.
Save it for the Artemis segment.
And then we'll also talk about it in baseball this weekend. We may have had the greatest single defensive game ever by a player. Angels outfielder Joe Adell had a ridiculous game against the Mariners the other night. We'll look at that too. So a lot of stuff to get to, a lot of stuff to talk about. Bennett, how was your weekend?
My weekend was awesome.
Easter weekend.
Yeah, we did a little gathering with the family on Saturday to get in the Final Four and stuff because yesterday I was in studio doing radio for Grizz Bucks.
Yeah, the LeBron Bowl.
That was a blast.
LeBron's two favorite cities.
What did you see what the Bucks tweeted?
Yeah, after the
I
game.
think I sent it to Kyra. Yeah, it was really good. Their social team deserves a little credit for that one. If you want to throw it up whenever you get it, Kyra.
LeBron's two favorite cities got at it. It was also the Ryan Rupert Bowl.
30-point game.
Triple-double.
Yeah, he had a 30-point triple-double. A lot of it came in the first half.
Yeah.
A lot of the points came in the first half.
Well, the key to that, it reminded me of, I'm going to throw it back here because I'm old. 2004, the Atlanta Hawks at the trade deadline decided to go into the tank because Dwight Howard's in the draft. A high school player from Atlanta. And so, a couple of years ago when the Cavs decided, all right, we're going to try and get LeBron, and they tanked and got the number one pick and got the local kid. So the Hawks have a shot at it in 2004. They go in the tank. And then Bobby Sura. You remember Bob Sura? Florida State Seminole legend?
Kind of.
Yeah, like an okay NBA player. He all of a sudden goes crazy like the last month of the season and gets triple doubles 3 games in a row. The last game he actually was 1 rebound short, missed a shot and got his own rebound on purpose
to get a
triple double. And the NBA later took it away because they were like, "Oh, you can't do that, dude." Anyway, the Hawks, Bob Sura goes on this run, gets all these triple doubles. They win a bunch of games, get out of the best lottery position. Don't get Dwight Howard, who goes to Orlando and they go to the finals. But it reminded me of that because Ryan Rupert got a lot of playing time. I think he played 36 minutes yesterday, which for the Grizzlies is a lot.
Yes.
Had an awesome game, but they still lost.
Yeah, I mean, it was...
It helps when you have 4 guys on 10-day contracts, too.
The game was... There's not much to write home about with that game. It just kind of is what it is. Same with the Toronto game on Friday, which was actually worse. Yeah. But good for him. I mean, I think that he's on a 2-way deal. I think he's definitely an intriguing player. He obviously can shoot it. So I think that, like... It's
the passing and the rebounding that excite me from that triple-double, right? Like,
I think for sure I came away from yesterday just thinking, okay, that's interesting. Like, maybe he can be a contributor on this team at some point going forward. But as far as, like, the rest of the game, there's really just not much else to say. And it kind of is the same from Friday's game.
Yeah.
There was a good clip of Gigi talking about Cedric Coward on Friday. If we want to play that.
Matt Infield got this in the locker room after the game.
Yeah, it's pretty good. He's talking about Cedric Coward and why he
deserves to be all rookie team.
All rookie team, yeah.
Let me tell you like this, all right? Look at the size. Look at the athleticism. Look at the grit, the determination. Very intelligent. Knows how to play the game, knows how to win, natural born leader, definitely holds me accountable. He picks me up when I'm torn down, strengthens me in areas where I'm weak. If I don't have it going, he has it going. If he doesn't have it going, I'm going. And I'm able to feed off his energy, and I feel like everybody around us is definitely able to feed off his energy. And he's brought a burst of light here that we didn't really know we needed with this team. And I feel like I definitely gained a friend, not only a teammate, but, a brother. So.
Mama.
I got you, my boy. I got you, bro. I got you. Thanks,
The best part of that.
Solid edit by Matt there.
Yeah, getting the MF
really good.
The best part of that was just watching that answer, and you're like, oh, this is really insightful and really good, and not knowing that Cedric Coward's just standing right off camera the whole time. Just waiting to hop in there and give him a hug. But yeah, that was a good answer from Gigi, and I think it says a lot about. I was thinking a lot about this weekend. The Gigi Cedric duo, and to me, like this stretch of the season, and I said this on the. I think I said it on the double post the other night. But that game on Friday night, you're watching, Gigi or Coward or those guys play with all those 10-day guys. And it's a lot harder to get a read on them than it is when they're playing with a Jalen Wells or when they're playing with Scottie Pippen or rotation players. So I think it's a lot harder at this point in the season to kind of see how those guys fit in longer term to the Grizzlies to see Gigi or Said and see how they're going to play, because they're playing with guys they're probably not going to play with down the road. If anything, this part of the season might be more instructive to watch a Ryan Rupert, to watch Dariq Whitehead, who's one of the 10-day guys on the Grizzlies, who has no problem getting the ball up and shooting from outside. I kind of like watching him play because he just
I kind of like watching him play too. He was good yesterday.
He gets the ball and shoots it. So it's harder at this point of the season to watch and kind of get a feel for what's going on. Coach Isolo, before the game Friday, here's a question for you. He was asked, does this point in the season test your patience? And he laughed and he goes, my patience is tested every day, not just this point in the season. And then he goes, well, it's all fractal anyway. Do you know what that means?
Fractal?
Yeah, it's all fractal, he said.
Fractal.
I actually looked it up because I'm dumb. I didn't know what that means.
I'm going to say fractal probably means it is, like it's teetering on the edge, like it's things could go bad at any second.
No. Fractals are infinitely complex, self-similar patterns that repeat at different scales generated by recurring simple processes. Basically, it's like a pattern that just repeats itself.
Okay. I'll put that in the vocabulary. I like fractal. That's pretty good.
And I think he meant like this point in the season, it's all just kind of, it's the same thing.
Well, okay. And I want to talk about that, about what he was saying about said first team. They're in a really good spot right now as far as these reverse standings go.
Oh, yeah. They're doing great.
I think they're going to see this thing through because yesterday was kind of the final hurdle. Well, Utah on Sunday will be a hell of a game. That one's going to be really interesting.
Tank Bowl.
Yeah, because there's a lot of weird scenarios going on this week with these last couple games. The Pelicans can't win, right? And the weird thing about that is
they're trying to win.
They're trying to win. They have no incentive to lose because they don't have their first round pick, but they cannot win a game. They're terrible. I think they've lost 6 in a row or something like that. And so they lose yesterday, and it's I don't remember who they played, but it was a winnable game. I want to say whoever they were playing.
I think didn't they lose to Orlando the other night? Or
wasn't that might have been their last game. It wasn't some world beater.
They lost to the Magic 112-108,
and it was at home. I think. Yeah, it was a home game. Okay, so their next game is against the Utah Jazz. Right?
They've lost 8 in a row.
They lost 8 in a row.
Yeah.
Their next game is against the Utah Jazz. Okay, Utah. This one is super interesting because it could go one of two ways. So Utah is a half game behind the Sacramento Kings in the reverse standings, I believe. Or no. Sacramento's
behind. That means they're worse. They're better than them?
Yeah. Sacramento's behind them, a half game behind them. So Utah may want to lose because the Pelicans are 1 game behind the Grizzlies, all right, in the reverse standings. So Utah may want to lose to the Pelicans tomorrow to stay behind the Sacramento Kings in the reverse standings.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Are you following me here? That would obviously behoove the Grizzlies for the Jazz to help assist the Pelicans in a win, in a much-needed win.
I'm looking at
tomorrow night.
The standings.
Or it's either tonight or tomorrow.
On ESPN.com. And you can sort the standings. It says standings, then there's a tab that says expanded, which shows their team records versus 500. There's versus division. There's an NBA Cup tab where you can sort it by NBA Cup. We need a lottery tab on there where it's just like you're saying, reversed. Just run them upside down and you can see who's winning the race for the bottom. Which is what we're all trying to at this point in the season, a third of the NBA is racing for the bottom.
Oh, no, Utah did fall behind. They're both at 41.5, so I guess there's a tiebreaker. They're both 41.5 games back.
Yeah. The Grizzlies are 4.5.
Yeah, the Jazz and the Kings are both 21 and 58. I guess the Kings held the tiebreaker over the Jazz, so they leapfrogged them. The Jazz are now at the very bottom of the West. And then the Pelicans went below the Mavericks because the Mavs got the win over the Lakers, which that was positive for the Grizzlies.
So, but I don't the Grizzlies are 5 losses behind the Utah Jazz at this point with a week left in the season.
Yeah, there's no catching them.
Yeah, but you just want to catch the best odds you can.
But you do have a chance to fall below the Mavs and the Pelicans, which would give you obviously way better odds of landing a potential #1 overall pick. So there's still a lot to shake out this week. I mean, as far as the Grizzlies go, again, you lose that game yesterday against a team that also is kind of frankly trying to lose.
they had two Atenacupos play, and none of them were Giannis.
Right, that's right.
In that game.
Did you see them get a technical?
Yes.
Did you see Alex get a technical?
Why is he on that team?
Because his brother's on the team.
Yeah, but his other brother's already on there. Like Thanasis is already on the Bucks.
I think they were really trying to make Giannis happy this season.
It's wild. They put two of his brothers on that team.
Hey, I think they're really trying to make Giannis happy this season. But anyways,
and he's still upset. He's still mad about being on the team because they won't let him play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Grizzlies this week play. We're final home game tonight against the Cavs. That's going to be a tough task. The Cavs are really good. You're at Houston. You're at Utah Sunday. What's the other one? There's another road game.
Yeah. I was just looking in the Eastern Conference to see what we could catch. We have, here we go. Hold on. They end with Cleveland and then at Denver, at Utah, at Houston.
So,
yeah. It's doable.
Do you see a win in there? Sunday's going to be the Super Bowl.
Utah
Sunday is the Super Bowl. Like Sunday,
that's our shining moment.
Sunday is a massive game.
So looking back, tonight's the last home game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Looking back at it, Bennett, we made it through the season. For us, the home season. What's your most memorable moment of the Grizzlies season? This season.
Like on the court or just in general?
On the court.
The court?
There's been like a few games where we won. And after the game, I remember like doing, the rewind, calling in on the double post, and we were excited and they were big games. But like it all kind of runs together. Like,
yeah.
I can't really.
I mean, on the court, it's pretty easy for me.
Okay.
It would be the first 6 minutes in the game at Cleveland when we had all of our guys and looked like a real competitive NBA team. That would probably be the best on the court moment of the season was those when you could see it, when you could see the vision like for a good 6 minutes to start that game. And then who got hurt in that one? Was it Edie?
Ja hurt his calf.
It was Ja.
Cleveland.
Yeah. Okay. And then, I mean, off the court, it's
been a wild one.
I mean, off the court, it's obviously the Lakers game. There's just no doubt about that.
We beat San Antonio here in January by 1 point, 106-105. That was a good game. You remember that one?
Yep.
Jaren, I think, had 20 and something in that game. I'm trying to look over.
The game before, the game that we won.
How about the game in London when we beat Orlando? I mean, it wasn't here. But the Grizzlies beat the Magic in London.
Is the game you're talking about the game before Jaren got traded? The game that we won right before he got traded when he kind of thought that something could potentially happen and he was like really fired up. He had like, I think, a game-winning block. That was a good one. That was a really good moment.
Because the trade deadline
and he's running down the tunnel doing like the Love Memphis. That was cool.
Trade deadline? No, that was against Minnesota. Wasn't it here? Jaren had 30 and 8 in the game against Minnesota here. And then they went on the road, and then there was a trade deadline. And then the last game from the first game after the trade deadline was against Utah back here after all that. So, yeah, been a long season.
It has, man. It'll be fun to have the culmination tonight. I'm looking forward to it.
My favorite memory from this season, selfishly, was the game that we got snowed out against Denver. You remember that? It was a Sunday game. And it was supposed to be...
my car broke down in the parking garage.
It was
awesome. Best day ever.
It was supposed to be Kids Day. It was like a Sunday 1 o'clock tip or something. So my son was supposed to be the PA announcer for that day. So we had practiced. They had given us like a script to practice reading the opening lineups, So we had it down. We were working on like saying all the names the right way, colleges and all that. But you also don't know who's going to start games at this point, so you're just trying to Omax Prosper, whatever. So we get it, but we get here. I have a Jeep. We drive through the snow. We get here, and we're here, and then the snow comes, and they cancel the game. And so we're just here. There's no one in the arena really, and Cam Spencer comes out to shoot around, and I was like, hey, let's get off the court, and Cam, to my son, is like, hey, come here. And he calls him out and shoots with him for like 10, 15 minutes and works with him on his jump shot, his form, talks to him about like shooting ideas, form, all this stuff. It was unbelievable. Like my son's favorite player now is by far Cam Spencer. But Cam Spencer, to me, is probably one of the guys who would be the biggest stories of this season for the Grizzlies. Like you found some guys who are going to be able to play down the road.
For sure. It'll be fun tonight. I'm excited about it.
All right.
40% off in the team store, by the way, tonight.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, I'll swing by. We're going to take a break. We come back. Michael Eaves is going to join us. We're going to talk NCAA Masters. You're watching the Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media.
Each challenge is unique, so each game plan is customized to identify opportunity and the path to victory. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with personalized planning and advice. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by May 30th, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Absolutely amazing. Wells, a rhythm three. Yes, sir! That's an exclamation point on this game.
Grizz fans, defend your home court from pests with Terminix. Before cockroaches, spiders, and mice show up, Terminix it with our pest-free 365 Plus year-round protection plan. Visit Terminix.com today and enter code SAVE50 at checkout to save $50. Terms apply. Go Grizzlies!
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
The Grizzlies have been consistent as one of the top 2 or 3 most productive benches all season long.
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app. Welcome back to the Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media. Lang Whitaker sitting in for GP. Joining us now, as he does every week at this time, the great Michael Eaves from ESPN. And Michael, when you came on camera, I have to admit, I got a little jolt of energy because I saw the beautiful framed flowers, the golf shirt. It's Masters Week. It's Masters Week. Everybody's getting ready for it. Are you in Augusta now, or where are you?
I am, yeah.
Yeah.
I got in yesterday. This is by far my favorite week of the year. There's nothing even close to it. And the cool thing about it, Lang, is like everyone who comes here, you're always in a good mood when you get here. And I don't care if you're coming for the week, like, you know, me and my coworkers at ESPN or the staff at CBS or the thousands of other people come. But the people who come to the actual events, whether it's a practice round or the actual tournament starts on Thursday, everyone who walks in the ground is in a great mood. Yeah. And you don't really get that at every sporting event. You get at the Kentucky Derby's one thing I can think of off the top of my head. But other than that, like, not everyone's always excited to go. Everyone is excited to walk on the grounds here at Augusta National.
Yeah, 2 years ago, I won the lottery and got practice round tickets. And it was the only time I've ever been. And I always tell people, like, people who go to Augusta, like, you have really high expectations because you've heard about it your whole life, right? You've heard about how beautiful it is, how cheap the food is, everything, like the merch. And, like, I had such high expectations for this thing, and it surpassed every expectation I had. Like, it was unbelievable.
Which is rare, right?
Yeah.
It's rare in life that you can build something up to a point that you think, oh, it can't be as great as I think it is. And you get just like, oh, wow, it's better. Like, and this is this place. And here's the thing, this is my 10th straight year coming here. And still walking out there for the first time of the week, it's like, damn, this place really is that beautiful. This place really is that special. It's just hard to put into words if you've never come here yourself.
I might have a couple of merch items I might DM you if you have time.
Yeah, get in line. Get in line, bro. Not my line. Get in the line, the one out there, because I'm not going in that thing.
I know. Yeah, it's a long line. We'll get to the Masters in a second. I wanted to talk about Final Four with you real quick. Last night we saw the South Carolina women fall to UCLA in that championship game, and it turned out to be kind of a blowout. 79-51 was the final score. Going into this women's Final Four, I was like, oh, UConn's got this. They've been so good all year long. What was more surprising to you, UConn losing in the semifinal or South Carolina losing the way they did to UCLA in that championship game?
South Carolina losing the way they did, because that's the second straight year, Lane, they've lost by 20 points in the championship game, right? I wouldn't be surprised if UCLA won the game, because UCLA's been really good all season long. They only had one loss, right? Yeah. And that was at Texas early, and they've been on the tear since then. But I do think for South Carolina, it could have been somewhat of an emotional letdown, probably subconsciously, because going into that UConn game, that felt like a national championship game. I mean, let's be real, because it was a rematch of last year's title game, and the fact that UConn had won 54 games in a row. That was a lot of weight on that game. And for South Carolina to do that, then you had the emotional exchange between Gino and Don at the end. And you put all that together, that's a lot to carry. Now, a lot of people, when we hear that, it's like, oh, they're supposed to get up for the next game, blah, blah, blah. Humans are humans, and sometimes things happen to you that you can't control emotionally. But I do think it was somewhat of a letdown for them. And the thing about the UCLA game, they fell behind so much early. I don't think they had enough emotional fortitude remaining to come out of that hole. No, I hear you. And you mentioned the Gino and Dawn thing. I don't watch a ton of women's basketball, but I saw that, and I was like, well, that was pretty weird. Like I know like Gino's, maybe the GOAT of women's coaching. He's in that conversation for sure. And Dawn's been awesome too, and hasn't done it quite as long as him. But like, what do we make of that interchange? That was pretty weird. So my wife has a saying, Lang. Sometimes it's not about what it's about. Okay. He was mad his team got beat, and the way they played, and the fact that they allowed South Carolina to impose their will on them. That's why he was mad. And it manifests itself in being angry about something that had no bearing on the game whatsoever. A handshake that no one even noticed didn't happen, even if it happened all these other times that Gino talked about. No one remembers it, and no one remembers it not happening. But he was mad, and that's where it came out. He was wrong. Everyone knows he was wrong. He knows he was wrong. And whether he wrote that apology or not, because he never mentioned Don Staley's name, which also was a mistake. It's a shame that it overshadowed a part of what South Carolina did, because what they did to UConn was impressive. From a defensive standpoint and from an offensive standpoint, their game plan and execution was top tier. And they made UConn look like a team that no one else had made them look all season long. And so it's a shame that we're not talking more about that in terms of that win. Everything's always, for the history of time, it's going to go back to that moment between Gino and Don Staley, and that's unfair. Men's final game is tonight, the championship game, Michigan taking on UConn in that one. And I think going into this weekend, like, I kind of thought Michigan was the best team, and then they looked really good, against Arizona for most of that game. And then the thing that scares me was when Lindeborg came back in at the end of that game and could barely get up and down the court. And now you're like, like, what is going to happen in this championship game? Because UConn's been great every year in these tournaments. They get in there, and Hurley's got them fired up, playing great right now. So, like, I don't know. Like, I was feeling pretty confident about Michigan, but now I'm not so sure what happens in this game tonight. Well, see, here I kind of look at it differently, because if someone had told you before that game started that Yaxel was going to get hurt and not come back for a while, or maybe not come back at all, you would not have thought they would have blown Arizona out. No. Right? And they did. And, very little bearing on the game. So that, to me, was further testament, like, damn, Michigan's really good, and they're deeper than people probably gave them credit for. UConn's been a tremendous story with this run. Granted, they're a 2 seed. They're not a Cinderella, but based on the teams that were in their brackets and the team they're probably going to face to get to the Final Four, it's been a very impressive run by Danny Hurley's squad. There's no question about that. But if you look at roster from top to bottom, everyone would say that Michigan's better.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah.
whether Lindenberg can come back and give them some minutes or quality minutes or 0 minutes, I don't necessarily believe that should take away from the fact that Michigan should be favored in the game.
Yeah, but also like I'm not a Danny Hurley guy. Like I when I watch them on TV, I'm like, I want to watch the game. I don't want to watch Danny Hurley the whole game, and the broadcast can't stay away from him. Whatever. If I had to pick one coach who was probably the underdog in this game to come in and win it, I'd probably take Danny Hurley. Wouldn't you? I mean,
I'd take Rick Pitino.
Okay.
If all things are equal, if everyone has the same roster,
Kentucky
I would take Rick
here.
Pitino. Yeah. But hey, he's been in Kentucky a long time, bro, and he's taken multiple teams to the Final Four. So he's just a damn good coach for one game. But no, Hurley's good. I mean, clearly he's won multiple championships. And now he's back trying to play for a third. Yeah. He is the guy that can get his team ready to play. There's no question about that. And then during the game, to me, the coaches, they're really worth their money in what happens in the middle of a game that has nothing to do with your game plan, but then you can adjust and then do something that turns the tide for your team. He's also very good at that. So it wouldn't be a shock if UConn wins, but Michigan has been the better team all season. There's no question about that.
Yeah, I think so too. We'll get you out of here talking about the Masters. I know like Spawn won the Valero over the weekend in San Antonio. Mm-hmm. Who's the favorite coming into this thing? I know Rory's won it last year. Scheffler's been out, although he arrived apparently yesterday there. Like, who do you think is the favorite to win the Masters this year?
Well, look, I say if all things are equal, the world number one should still be the favorite, and that's Scotty Scheffler, even though he hasn't played well as of late. He's played well here multiple times with 2 wins. I personally picked Bryson DeChambeau to win because he's played really well. And not just on LIV, he won his last 2 events before coming here, but even go back to last year and all the other majors, like he's played really well. And then last year, he finished 5th. He had a 6th place finish before that. He's gotten better his last 2 years here, and his putting is improved by more than a stroke around over the last couple of years. So the way he's hitting it, this place should be easy for him to contend. If he's putting it the way he's putted the last couple of years, he will be in contention on Sunday. And a lot of people forget, after the second hole last Sunday, or Sunday last year, he was leading the tournament. Yeah. Now, he ended up shooting 75 and fell off at the end, but at one point he did have the lead on Sunday at Augusta.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten to play there? I know they let the media play on Monday after the tournament.
I played 5 years ago. Yeah, the day after Hideki Matsuyama won.
How was it?
Surreal. Yeah. It's hard to describe because, I mean, look, I'm a golf nerd. And most people know that. I've played golf since I was a kid, and this is Mecca in some regards for people who want to play golf. Yeah. And I had the very first ball that Monday morning. Like, I was the first guy off the golf course.
Did you hit it straight?
You get the whole treatment. I hit it straight in the right trees. That's where I hit it.
No, I would too.
I hit it straight in the right trees. And I was aiming at the left trees, and I hit it straight in the right trees. But I typically don't get nervous, Lang, when I play golf. I've been playing for a long time, but I'm not good enough to be nervous. I was nervous over that golf shot. I'm not going to lie. And because I was just thinking about all the things, like, it's incredible that what my life has turned into, that I even had this opportunity. And I was thinking about my dad. I just wish my dad could see me do this, like all that kind of stuff. And I could barely grip the club. Yeah. But I settled in later, and I should have broken 80, but I shot 80 on the nose.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I played Amen Corner 1 under, so I'm very proud of that.
That's incredible.
But at the same time, it's like, hey, dude, like, are you going to remember the score as much as you remember playing it and having the opportunity to? Yeah. So probably not, but it was definitely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I just got chills when you mentioned your dad seeing you play, because, I mean, it's people make jokes about the tradition and all that. So I know Vernon's going to do his Masters recap this weekend. But it is real, like, like it's a real thing at Augusta. Like, the history and the tradition and all that stuff is something that, I don't know. It's kind of one of the cool things in sports to me.
It is, and I was talking to Scott Van Pelt actually just moments ago about this, and I've said that the Masters is golf's version of a family reunion, because the same people usually come here. You know, families who've had tickets forever. Yeah. The past champions who come back. Like, it's the one. And it's always held in the same place, right? So it's the one thing in golf that everyone sort of comes back to on a consistent basis. Yeah, that's the cool aspect of it. And then just culturally, what this place has meant and what has transpired here and what has evolved here in this part of the country. So for a black man, to be able to go and play that golf course at any time, when I was a kid, or at least in my lifetime when I was born. I mean, Lee Elder was 1975 was the first time a black man played in the Masters. I was alive for that. I was a baby, but I was still alive, right?
Yeah.
So that history matters, and what the club has done since then. And now they have a women's amateur event, which is one of the most prestigious women's amateur event in the world. Like, all of that is just part of the story here, and it makes it cool to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's very cool. Now I got to figure out how to get in the family. You said it's a family reunion. Like, maybe I can get a plate or something and get me in the reunion. So.
Good luck, brother.
I know. All right. Appreciate you, Mike. Good luck this week. Thanks, man. Good talking to you.
Yeah, take care.
Michael Eaves from ESPN. I actually watched the women's amateur championship that he talked about. It was at Augusta on Saturday, and a girl from University of Arkansas won it.
That's cool.
One of the golfers from University of Arkansas won it.
I think we have breaking news.
Okay.
I think we have breaking news. I was looking to confirm this while y'all were talking. Taylor Rooks reporting that Angel Reese has been traded to the Atlanta Dreams, and Bleacher Report picked it up. So I think it's real. I haven't seen like a ton of reporting on it out there, but I mean, Taylor Rooks. Oh wait, now it's starting to kind of pop up a little bit.
I'm looking. Yeah.
I think it's real. I'm not seeing like any official. Oh no, there it is. I think Angel Reese has tweeted about it. Yeah. No, it's real.
Well, I know the Chicago Sky, their coach is actually Tyler, the guy I know, and they've the last couple of years they haven't been great. And they've been trying to figure out how to get. And the Atlanta Dream. I mean, maybe this gives Angel a fresh start.
This is
else.
Really exciting news for the Gary Parrish show because we are an Atlanta Dream show because GP's friends with Renee Montgomery. We've discussed like over the years which WNBA team we're going to adopt as a show, and we've kind of always landed on the Dream. Now GP's been critical of Angel Reese in the past, so he's going to definitely have to have a reckoning here. But I think this is a positive development. I'm excited.
I mean, it gives the Atlanta Dream.
As a big Angel Reese fan, I'm very excited about this
development. It gives the Atlanta Dream one of one of the few like true superstars in the WNBA, if not in sports. Like she's huge, Angel Reese, name wise.
Name wise.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, basketball wise, she's
we'll
been
see.
okay.
Yeah, basketball wise, we'll see.
But yeah, it's actually very interesting. It's I guess it. I don't know if it really changes the balance of power in the WNBA, but should be interesting.
I'm excited about it.
Angel Reese, by the way, has as the host of Sneak Fest, which you're on also.
Yeah, she's got the
she has one
Reebok,
of the one of the best signature shoes in the WNBA.
It's her shoes is actually awesome.
All of them are great, and they're like $120.
Because we showed the new one last week, and it's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, she has great shoes. Reebok, Shaq signed her to Reebok. So, all right, let's take a break. When we come back here, we got 5 things to get to. You're watching the Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media.
Get ready, Grizzlies fans. It is time for the Surfside Can Shuffle. Can you keep up with the cans and find Mac the Crab?
Of history, going back to where it all started. B2K is back. The Millennium Tour presents the Boys for Life Tour. Bow
Still, I ain't impressed because ain't none of them at all.
Boys for Life. Also starring Pretty Ricky, B5, Young Jock, Crime Mob, A. Marie, and Franchise Boys. April 26th, FedEx Forum. Tickets available at Ticketmaster. Presented by the Black Promoters Collective.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Orthopedic injuries can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled. And Ortho South, they understand this better than anyone. Since injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays, on evenings, and even on Saturdays. So the next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. You can just walk in, and Ortho South, they will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more at orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org. Now we have 5 more things you need to know.
Number 1.
Number 1 is...
We're still talking about this?
Yeah, we have to. I think it's our civic duty to talk about it. LeBron kind of doubled down over the weekend. We put it off for as long as we possibly can. We had to mention it.
I wonder if he didn't mean to double down the way he did, though.
He didn't. We have the clip. You want to play the clip? Let's play the clip, Kyra.
How people have taken those comments.
What do you mean, taking?
People have been upset about the fact that Memphis was looked at as a team that, a lot of black people in Memphis, right, compared to like Nashville, for example. So people
Did I say I don't like black people?
No, I didn't say that. But there were people who were wondering why Memphis was targeted, like
Milwaukee was too. Did they miss that one too? They didn't see that?
Not as much commentary.
Oh, yeah, okay. I said Milwaukee as well. Yeah. 41 years old. There's 2 cities I do not like playing in right now. And that's Milwaukee and that's Memphis. What is the problem? I don't like going home either. Shit, and I'm from there. What is people are ridiculous. They also get mad at my son being on the team too. So what are we talking about? People need to figure out other ways to put their energy to other things that's important. Like seriously, I'm not talking about the city, like the people in Memphis. Like, I don't like staying at the Hyatt Central. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Nothing. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? People need to chill the hell out. Thank you.
Well...
No, he's not wrong, by the way.
Well, some of that he is.
No, I'm saying he didn't, and we've seen a lot of people say this since that clip came out the other day. He didn't address what was
That's what
asked.
he's wrong about.
No, he didn't. Nobody in. I don't think just any Memphians really care that he's critical of like the hotel situation. I think he's probably now. Granted. Like that's a nice hotel. I've stayed at that
hotel's so new. I've never been there. The Hyatt Centric.
It's a nice hotel.
It's downtown. Whatever. It's
so
cool.
is the Westin. It's but like I listen. Whatever. He's a billionaire. Like I get it. Like he's millionaires, billionaires are going to have higher standards. I totally get it. We don't have 5-star hotels here. I think that's fine. Like he can feel that way, and I don't think anybody really cares that he feels that way. Like I don't think Memphians see that and are like, F you, dude. Yeah. How dare you talk about our hotels? Nobody cares.
No,
he said move the team to Nashville. Like, come on. That's why everybody was... And he didn't address that in the clip. So, he's kind of sidestepping it a little bit. Because I think I heard the reporter ask specifically, why'd you say they should move the team to Nashville?
Yeah.
Or he mentioned it at least.
That's the part
in the
people
question.
are pissed off about.
Yes.
Yeah. LeBron, like, not that you talk about the hotels, whatever, that you said the team should go to Nashville. Like, that's the part people are pissed off about. And he was like, I didn't say anything about the people of Memphis. By saying that the team should go to Nashville, you're saying something about the people of Memphis. The hotels, that doesn't really say anything about the people of Memphis.
Yeah, I don't think anybody really cares about that. No. By the way, shout out, I heard, I've seen the guy posting the clips. I heard JB and CJ talking about it, of the YouTube guy that's in town,
G-Fed.
And he's staying at the... Well, I mean, he's posting it, so I'm not giving away.
He's staying at the Westin.
But
he's staying at a different hotel.
He's got a nice room. So that room was nice.
Who at the Westin got that guy upgraded?
Dude,
did somebody from here make a call? Like, somebody got that guy, because he says, I think I got an upgrade.
Yeah.
And it's got a whole living room and like a walk-in sauna and all this stuff. And like, the room's unbelievable.
Yeah, I got to stay there. That looked sick. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. If LeBron has a problem with that, I got a problem. Because that's like, how much nicer than that can you get?
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with him before this, and I kind of been following his videos now because he was at AutoZone Park at the Redbirds game. Yeah. And I actually like his stuff because he's not like, he's going to kind of, it seems like he kind of tells it like it is when he's doing stuff. And he said he enjoyed like AutoZone. He said it probably needs some upgrades, which they put out a press release not that long ago saying they need some upgrades. So, he's got, his content's good. I think he's going to be at the game tonight. So shout out, man. I hope you're enjoying your time in Memphis.
We should get him on like the double post or the warm-up show.
Hell yeah, that'd be awesome.
You're around. Give us a holler, GFAB. We'll get you on there. But yeah, LeBron, like I don't think anyone was mad about that stuff. We're about the hotel talk. We're mad about the other, like saying the team should go to Nashville.
Could you imagine being from Akron today?
No.
Like my good friends' cousins, they went to high school with LeBron. They were in high school at the same time he was, because we're all around the same age. And they like, dude, they love LeBron, like, because he's from Akron. Like, and I was just like thinking about them when I saw that. I was like, damn, dude, like I get it, but why would you say that out loud?
The part I don't like going home, that part.
Yeah, because he said that because the day before Rich Paul was on a podcast with Max Kellerman, and he was like, LeBron doesn't even like going home, like he's the, and I'm like, dude.
Well, now they're in full on damage control now. Like the fact that Rich Paul did 20 minutes about that on his podcast, I was like, are you kidding me? Like
I was just like, why would you say that? Also, what's wrong with Milwaukee?
Yeah,
Milwaukee is an awesome city.
Yeah,
like what
Milwaukee.
is he talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. That was.
I've never heard anyone say anything about Milwaukee being a crappy place to go to. I've only anyone that I've never gone. I've never been to Milwaukee.
Yeah,
did you have a good time?
Yeah, great time. Went to a baseball game, saw the Brewers play. It was great.
It was just weird that they were catching strays too. I'm like, I don't really understand that.
Also, do you know how old LeBron is now?
He's 41 years old.
He tells us that now every answer. When he gets asked about anything, he goes, I'm 41 years old. I play golf with my friends or whatever. Like now, the 41 part has become like an integral part of LeBron's
He's 41 and he knows the F word. I'm still hurt by the whole thing. I am.
I'm over it. I'm ready. Let's just move on.
Well, you know, You know how I felt about the King.
Yeah. I saw LeBron play when he was in 9th grade at ABCD camp. Like
I did too on Channel 1 News.
No, I was there. You were
there.
Like I've seen him play a lot because I was at Slam Magazine and we were like the first to write a big feature on LeBron. Shout out Ryan Jones, who I used to work with. Like Slam was all over LeBron early on, and I've interviewed him I don't know a dozen times for Slam. When he went to Miami that summer, when he left Cleveland and went to Miami after the decision, he did 2 interviews, ESPN and me. I've talked to him a lot. I've met, but like he doesn't care that I live in Memphis. You know what I mean? Like he's 41 years old. It is what it is. This is how he feels. So whatever. But yeah, it's disappointing for sure. But you and I were also talking about we think like a lot of these guys think Memphis is like 2 blocks
for sure.
Yeah.
And like, look, our downtown does need improvements,
sure.
And they are improving it. By the way, like there's a lot of plans in place that I think. I think it'd be good for the word of mouth to get out there. I think some of our
we should invite LeBron to every groundbreaking downtown.
We should. But to your point, man, like Beale Street is Beale Street's awesome, but Beale Street's like old. Like it look, you know, it's cobblestone streets, right? Like or it's the brick roads. Like it's, dude, this. I mean, I'm biased, right? Because I've lived here my whole life, but like, I think this place is great.
The chat's going crazy. Someone said that LeBron needs to go read some more books, read some more books. Someone else said they just saw Doc Holliday walk past at the Starbucks making another video.
Man, shout out to Doc.
Shout out Doc. Yeah, he's out there doing yeoman's work.
Dude,
defending this city.
I love it.
LeBron also pointed out Nashville has Vanderbilt.
But see, I'm not going to do that because I like going to Nashville, so I don't even care about that. I don't think they like deserve our NBA team.
But it's not like Vanderbilt puts them over. Like it gives them like a
Vanderbilt's great.
Yeah, but does it give them like an
It was a weird
edge?
shout out. It was a strange shout out. I think that
NASCAR,
he should have.
He said.
I think I mean, he could have done like the Ryman or the Grand Ole Opry or like he probably could. They're building a brand new football stadium.
Jelly Roll.
I think when he was making the spiel for Nashville, he probably should have thought about what. Don't they have NASCAR
and Vanderbilt? What are those things?
Vanderbilt's awesome, man. That's a great institution.
Yeah.
And
Pavio's gone now. We'll see what happens. I was a Vanderbilt season ticket holder 2 years ago because Georgia had a game at Vanderbilt, and it was cheaper for us to get Vanderbilt season tickets than to just buy the one game on StubHub. So me and my buddy bought Vanderbilt football season tickets.
Did you really?
Yeah. It was $100 for the whole season. This may be 4 years ago. It was $100 for the whole season. We went to the one Georgia game. We sold all the rest of the tickets, and it was cheaper than it was just buying the one game on. So, as a former Vanderbilt season ticket holder, I appreciate the Commodores. I almost call them the Vols. The door down. Isn't that what we say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that it's finally starting to die down a little bit. The discourse. We'll see what happens if he returns. I still think he's going to do his like retirement tour.
Oh yeah. He might have a 41-year-old hamstring when he comes back to Memphis.
There is no chance that dude does not. Now he may not. Yeah, we'll see if he sits or not when he comes. But he is without question doing a retirement tour. Everyone's going to do like the video montage that's going to play before the game. That's happening.
What should the Grizzlies gift him for his final game here? Because like every team gives you like a rocking chair, like some kind of funny present usually on your retirement tour.
Yeah.
A cane. Like, what should we give LeBron?
A hotel key card. Yeah.
That'd be good.
A hotel key card. I think that'd be pretty good.
We should like rename a hotel in his name.
I bet it'd get a lot of visitors.
The King James Suites.
I bet it'd get a lot of visitors.
Yeah.
It's not the worst idea. I'm sure there's some copyright issues, things like that, but we work through that. So
the city bought the Sheridan, right?
Which is getting upgraded, by the way.
Yeah,
I believe 2029 is when it's supposed to be done.
Well, whatever they do, we'll have one suite in there, the LeBron James suite.
I like
just
it.
Have one suite for senior citizens. Have it like especially ready for older people.
Sounds good.
Like 41-year-olds.
Sounds good.
Number 2.
I know you stayed up to watch this one last night, right?
Yeah, Steph returned. It was on NBC. God, it didn't end till like midnight.
I know.
But I watched it. I thought he was gonna like put that team on his back and get a almost. Yeah.
What do you have? 29 points.
He was awesome. Yeah, he was
minutes.
awesome in that fourth quarter. But they've got a lot of problems.
I know.
Yeah.
Like I don't really. Yeah, he had 29 points in 26 minutes. He'd been out for 27 games, and now. They make a comeback. They're down, down 10 in the last 5 minutes. And he had a shot to win the game, didn't make it. I don't know what happens to them now because, I mean, there's a good chance LeBron ends up there next year, too.
I was shocked that he came back. I thought that they were going to shut it down just because, you can where are they right now? They're in 10th still. They're still in 10th. And so my thought was, okay, they're going to lose in the play-in and then get in the lottery. Do
they have their draft pick this year?
I don't know.
I'm looking.
I don't know if they do.
I think they might have used it with Jimmy Butler, but I'm looking.
But yeah, even if they were to get...
No, they do. They have their own pick.
They got their picks. So, maybe they... But him coming back suggests that they want to try to make a push to get into the playoffs. So...
I mean, they're in right now, and there's probably enough other teams that aren't trying to make the playoffs that it's not that hard of a...
if you're
the team behind them is Memphis.
If you're Steph and Draymond and the Warriors, you look at Phoenix and the Clippers and the Blazers, and you can for sure convince yourself, yes, we can get 2 wins and get into the playoff.
There's also no way they're making their way out of the play-in, because the team behind them is the Grizzlies, and they're 11 games
right
from that spot. So there's no way you're gonna, even if you shut down Steph, you're in the play-in
no matter what.
No matter what. So you might as well try and make a run, I guess. And yeah, like it's Phoenix, the Clippers, and the Suns are the other teams in the play-in. Yeah. You could beat those teams. You almost beat the Rockets last night. So I feel like maybe if you're the Warriors, you kind of think, we got Steph Curry, we got a chance.
I mean, at the same time, like, look what happened last year to the 10th seed. It was the Mavs.
Yeah.
They lose to the Grizzlies. They get the number 1 overall pick.
It's true.
So.
Yeah, and I guess if you're the Warriors, even if you are the 10th seed, you're still in the. You still have, you'll still be in the lottery because if you lose. So yeah, I don't know. I am surprised he came back too, but
yeah,
I think the NBA is better when Steph Curry's in it
for sure.
We'll see if they're able to figure something out.
And we know that the play-in tournament gets its own week, right? Like those games are going to be big. So I can see it both ways, but yeah.
And if they're the 10th spot, we get a whole week of Dillon Brooks against Steph Curry talk. Like, that'd be great.
Did you see Dillon and Benny the Bull?
That was great.
Yeah.
Stare down each other. Yeah,
that was good.
Benny the Bull's one of the great NBA mascots
for sure.
Number 3.
Speaking of that number 1 overall pick, Cooper Flagg went huge this weekend.
This dude.
He had 50 points he had a 50-point game on Friday.
51.
51-point game.
I think he scored 96 points in 2 games.
Yeah, and then on yesterday he had 45 against LeBron and the Lakers, and they got a win. He's awesome. He's just the reason we bringing it up. He's clearly like taking hold of that Rookie of the Year.
Why did he let go of the Rookie of the Year? Why was he never in the, like, I saw everybody's like, oh, Con Knippel's the leader of the Rookie of the Year race, but like,
well, he had missed some games. He hadn't been awesome. I mean, he's been really good all year, but he hadn't been doing this all year.
Like, Knippel's been a really good player for the Hornets. He's been solid, but he's not a creator. He doesn't, like, he's just kind of a scorer for them and takes a ton of 3-point shots. But
Knippel also benefited from being on a better team that was more competitive. And I think guys get the benefit of the doubt when they're contributors for a good team.
Yeah.
As opposed to just putting up huge numbers on a bad team. But obviously you can't deny the numbers that he's putting up now. So
according to this ESPN story, Knippel entered the weekend as a minus 300 favorite at Rookie of the Year over Flagg, his Duke roommate, who was a plus 225 odds. And then after this weekend now, Flagg is minus 250. Knippel's now plus 180. And I think Flagg's the smart bet if you're going to put money on that. If you're going to bet on that, like, what are you doing anyway?
Right.
Like, who's betting on Rookie of the Year?
Well,
I mean, I know.
You'd be surprised.
But yeah, like, that one's a crazy thing to bet on. He now leads all rookies in scoring, 3rd in rebounding, 2nd in assists.
It's really not fair because they should not have been rewarded for trading Luka.
No.
But it's just how the ping pong balls fell.
By the way, Luka, we don't have it on the thing, is flying off to Europe apparently today to get aggressive treatment on his hamstring.
Yeah, and yes,
Austin Reeves got hurt too for the Lakers. Since LeBron talked smack about Memphis, Austin Reeves and Luka have gone down with season-ending injuries.
The Luka one is interesting because the report last week was that he's going to miss the first round of the playoffs, but now they say that this procedure should accelerate it, which what procedure can they do over there that they will accelerate it faster than any procedures we can do over here?
I don't know. The rules are a little looser.
The rules are loose? Okay.
Because remember when T-Mac went over there, Tracy McGrady was having knee problems.
And Kobe too. Kobe went to Germany.
And they went over there and got like the platelet injection or whatever it was, and then they were great again.
What's going on in Europe?
I don't know, man. I was just there for spring break. All I saw was a lot of red wine.
Well, the Lakers, I think, had to give him permission to go do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he can just be like, no, I refuse your treatment. I'm going to Europe.
Grizzlies could use some treatment.
I guess.
Get some of them European guys over here to help out. Yeah.
I mean, that's just such a brutal injury. Like, it's one of those that you can't fight through it.
And he's it's like a nagging thing. He's been going on for years now with him having these hamstring things. And like,
Someone said, did you ever think that, because we saw the clip, I wish I would have played it, of LeBron getting onto Bronny about like a bad player or something. Yeah. And someone said, I wonder if he does think this. Someone was like, I wonder if LeBron would have forced Bronny to the Lakers if he thought that they would be, starting a potential playoff series together. Like, would he have done that? Because the spotlight, and LeBron even talked about it in that clip. But like, the spotlight on that is going to be insane.
Well,
and like,
Bronny in the start of that Thunder game, I think it was Friday night, came down the court and Cason Wallace ripped him three times in a row.
Right.
You're like, all right, well, yeah, maybe there's a reason people are upset you got your son on the team, LeBron.
Yeah, and so
you could they could have gotten Ryan Rupert. They could have gone and gotten other players.
Sure.
But they got his son, which whatever. At the moment, doesn't look like a great fit for your team who's in the playoffs.
And listen, maybe you don't care. Like, dude, there's a not insignificant chance that Bronny and LeBron are going to be on the court together in a playoff series.
Maybe
in a couple days.
Yeah, or maybe a year from now with the Golden State Warriors are on a different team, because if LeBron leaves.
I think that too. I'm with you too. If I was to guess, I would say Warriors.
Yeah,
next year.
So.
I don't think he's going to be in LA next year. Do you?
No. If anything, maybe the Clippers.
That would be a hell of a heel turn.
I mean, but it's not a heel turn. Like, if no one cares, really, like it's not like it's going to be like when he left Cleveland and went to Miami. It's one city. You know what I mean? Like, he could stay in the same house, all that stuff.
I think Lakers fans, that would be a bridge too far.
Do you think Lakers fans would be that angry though? Like, they'd be like,
yeah, I do, because it's like, oh, you're saying you're too good for the Lakers and going to the Clippers. Yeah, I think it would.
But I think he's more saying,
especially when the Lakers are better than the Clippers.
Yeah, but I think he's more saying, I think it's also pretty clear the Lakers are kind of like, all right, like it's been a good run. Now we got Luka. Austin Reeves has been our second best player this season. LeBron's the third best player. He wants to get paid. He wants to be the man.
Yeah.
Cool. But it's not going to happen here. So maybe he has to go somewhere else. I think Laker fans are kind of like, you know what? He helped bring us back to relevance, won us a title in the bubble, all that. Like, let's pat him on the back and move on.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
I think the same city is probably. I think if he went to the Warrior, man, even that, I think that they would not understand.
I think he's like, look.
Lakers fans have always assumed, at least this whole season, that he's just going to go back to Cleveland, and clearly that ain't the case, because he said he hates going there.
He's 41 years old.
Akron.
He's 41 years old. He's not getting any younger, and he's gonna I don't think. Let's just put it this way. I don't think he ends up with the Lakers. His career ends with the Lakers. I think he's on a different team when his career ends. I don't know if it's next year or 4 years from now, because the way he's playing, who knows? But
I know he is still. I mean, that's
incredible.
That's the other thing too. He was awesome. Yeah.
For being like 41 years old, as he tells us all the time.
Right.
He's great.
Yeah.
For being that age, he's better than most players.
For sure.
Number 4.
Saturday morning, I woke up, made a cup of coffee, made my wife a cup of coffee, and I turned on the NASA live stream of Artemis II.
What was going on?
They were asleep. So I was actually.
So they have a camera on them while they're sleeping?
Well, they had a camera. They didn't put it on them.
It's just on them.
So you know how the Artemis has like solar panels that come out from it? They have cameras on the end of the solar panels that shoot back at the capsule, the Orion capsule. So like you can see it from the outside, whatever. And then they also, it's sort of like when you're on an airplane and they have like here's what the view looks like of your airplane, going through the air with the dotted lines and stuff. That they have that too. So they show that too, and they were just cycling through things, and they were replaying stuff from the day before where they were doing like one of the guys was working out in the capsule, and they have this thing where like you hook your feet into it and you do your arms, like to do an arm workout, but the whole thing was shaking because of the one guy just doing this, because there's no nothing, no gravity pushing against the thing. But today at 2:00 Eastern, 1:00 our time, they're going around the moon, and it's going to be live streamed on Netflix. Actually, noon our time.
Yeah, noon our time.
They're going to go around the back part of the moon, and it's going to be on Netflix. I'm not clear how this is going to work, because
why?
Because when they go around the back part of the moon, there's going to be like an hour where they have no communication with ground control, from what I understand. Remember, it happened in Apollo 13. when they go around the back, they had to like go like slingshot around the back of the moon. And
Okay, so the highly anticipated lunar flyby of the Artemis II mission will take 4 astronauts on a pioneering survey of the moon Monday, including the rarely glimpsed lunar far side, which always faces away from Earth.
Right.
So the crew will see features on the lunar surface that human eyes have never observed before.
So they're being real careful how they say that. Because we have tons of photos and videos of that stuff. Like since then, we've sent cameras up there and satellites and crap.
We never sent astronauts to that part.
We have sent astronauts to that part because Apollo 13 and 17 went around the back of it.
Oh, yeah, because 13 had to as part
as
of
an accident. Yeah, like they were just trying to get home. 17 did it too. But they weren't really trained to look for this stuff. So that's how did it say it? The astronauts are going to like rarely observed or something.
Yeah, the crew will see features on the lunar surface that human eyes have never observed before.
So they told them to look for specific stuff this time, which in the past they didn't. Also, I think this one's a little bit further out from the moon than the other ones, so that you can see more area. You know what I mean? Like you're not as up close as the other ones were.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that they have a pretty good idea of what everyone's going to see on this live stream because, like, you don't want to risk seeing like an extraterrestrial or anything. That would freak everybody out.
Supposedly
we're already on edge. Like I think
they're dude walking around.
I think they're pretty prepared for what everyone's going to see.
See Rocky walking around there from whatever. Yeah, but I did see that for people who think all the lunar landings were fake, they should be able to see on this some of the previous lunar landing spots. Like the stuff they left behind or where the ship landed and all that, because there's no wind blowing the stuff around, right? So they think that on the approach and on the way out, they'll see some of the previous lunar landing places, which is kind of cool. And if you're thinking this whole thing is fake, it's one more point against you.
I think it would do a lot of good if they could have some visual proof of the previous expeditions. Yeah, I think it would be good for the internet.
You don't think Kubrick faked it? Like that
I think it would be really good for the internet and just, humanity as a whole.
I love this thing. I think it's cool.
I think it's really cool too. I'm definitely going to watch.
There's been a ton of like stuff on social media. Actually, Jared Isaacman, who's like the new head of NASA, has been awesome. Like somebody this morning was like, why don't they try to get closer to the moon to like as close as the previous ones? You could get into the moon orbit and lunar orbit and get closer. And he was responding to people on Twitter this morning and being like, no, we can't do it for mechanical reasons. And also because that's Artemis, whatever it is, 4. They've got it planned out down the road. Like it's a series of launches, you know. This one is just to kind of get up there and get used to going around. They're going to land something on the moon in the next year or two, like a unmanned probe thing. And then they're going to send the people up there to land on the moon. But it's part of a long series of stuff they've got planned. And so like that was why. But if you follow him on Twitter, he's answering all these questions from random people. It's kind of cool. So I'm really excited. I just don't know. I'm not sure how we see it live. Like I don't know if they're recording it and then they're going to send it back. Because from what I understand, when they go around that backside of the moon, we lose contact with them for about an hour. Because there's no way for them to directly beam stuff to us. Do you think they have Wi-Fi on the thing? My wife asked me that the other day.
I mean, they got to have something.
I would think so, right?
Yeah.
It's a friggin' spaceship. They can have Wi-Fi. Because the astronauts have iPhones. And there's been photos of, there was a photo of one of the astronauts looking out the window at the Earth. And it said it was taken by an iPhone 17. And it's the first space trip, I guess, where they had smartphones from what I read. So the astronauts have iPhones. I would assume they have Wi-Fi on there. I don't know.
I would think so.
I don't know what else there is to watch. Like, would you think they're like watching movies, Netflix?
They probably got a lot of time to kill up there.
I don't know if they do, because I think they also gave them like tons of like experiments or whatever. They were sleeping when I woke up Saturday morning at like 8 o'clock. And it made me think, I bet that they give them like because I mean, I just went to Europe and your schedule gets all screwy from that 6-hour flight.
To imagine space.
Yeah. Like they must say, all right, you're going to sleep from this time to this time every day, whatever it is, like we'll get you on a schedule. You got to keep this schedule. Because in space, man, that must just be wild trying to keep a sleep schedule. So
I'm excited about it. Yeah, I'll be checking.
I'll be
it out
watching.
for sure. And it's on. Yeah, like it's not just on Netflix. You can watch like the YouTube stream too.
Yeah, on NASA, there's a NASA YouTube channel it's live streaming the whole thing. So anytime you want to go on there and check it out, you can go on there and watch. That's what I was watching Saturday morning. It's really cool. They have hosts on there and they have live shots in the capsule and the outside. It's really cool.
Cool.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Yeah, you sent me this video of what people are calling potentially the greatest defensive play in Major League Baseball history that happened over the weekend.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Yeah, it's what was the game? It was the Angels and
the Mariners. And
okay, so
the Mariners were in the World Series.
Not the most premier matchup.
NLCS, I'm sorry.
I guess that's true.
ALCS. Yeah, not like, and the Angels are kind of like, whatever, you know.
The Angels are the Angels, yeah.
Yeah, they've been sort of like, no one really cares about them. But
shout out Angels in the Outfield, though.
It's a great movie.
Amazing movie.
The old one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, there's also
Tony Danza.
Isn't there one with, no, that's the kid from left field.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in it, yeah.
Joe Adele, right fielder for the Angels. And we've seen guys jump over the fence and bring back home runs. Kara, you can roll this, I think.
Yeah.
He did it in this game against the Mariners. The first inning was Cal Raleigh, a.k.a. the Big Dumper.
No balls and 1 strike. And here's a drive out to right from Raleigh. Adele's back near the wall. He leaps, and he caught it!
Okay, so we've seen that a ton in baseball.
Yeah, it's still amazing.
There's a drive to right. Adele is
Game's still 1-0, top of the 8th. Pretty much the same catch. He does it again, which is sort of insane, twice in a game. And then in the 9th, 1-0 game.
That's the one, man.
Look at that. So there's also a really cool photo that one of the fans behind him in the stands right there took and posted on social media because he stood there.
I have that one.
He stood there for a second and did it. But it was an incredible game. People are saying it might be the greatest defensive game of all time by an MLB player, which it's hard to argue with, right? He basically saved 3 runs at least. I don't know if there's anyone on base on those.
In 2 innings.
In a game you won 1-0.
Right.
Yeah. So like what he did was incredible, but I thought that was a home run, the last one. If you catch it and fall in the stands, it's not a home run.
Oh.
If you fall over the fence, the ball went over the fence.
I don't that doesn't matter. No. You catch it, you're out.
I know if you catch it and it's a foul ball and you fall in the stands, it's an out. Like Derek Jeter in the, playoffs.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like the ball went over the outfield wall. Like,
I disagree.
You did not keep the ball in the field. Because those other ones, he caught it and he landed in the field.
Yeah, I got it.
You know what I mean? Like this one, he caught it and landed in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
The ball went over the fence.
It did. I get what you're saying, but no.
I just thought it was. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. I'm sure it's happened before. Not 3 times in a game, but I don't know. The other jarring part of that was how the outfield was full of Angels fans.
Right.
I was like, are you kidding me?
Where'd that come? Well, it's early.
Yeah, the people are really into that thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big, Anaheim's a big tourist area. That's
not that big. I mean, no one goes to Angels games for years. Like they've been terrible. Mike Trout's been hurt for like 10 years. Like they've been really bad for a long time. They tried to rebrand it the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, try to get like the
that was
LA
weird.
part. Like,
that was weird.
They haven't been good for a long time. They just fired the manager last year, Ron Washington, so like it's a weird thing.
It's been a tough run.
But that was the catch, like that was insane.
Yeah,
that was big game Joe Adele for the Angels. All right. We'll take one more break and we'll get you out of here with the takeout or the carryout?
It is the carryout.
All right.
Yes, we'll do that on the other side.
One. Yeah, we'll do that in a second. You're watching Gary Parrish Show on Grind City Media.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
The heaviest metal credit card of all time. Rumored to be one of only 18 in existence. Plated with the very same tungsten that forged the International Space Station. And wielded at business dinners like a samurai sword. It's a classic corporate power move. But the real power move? Having end-to-end visibility on your most critical shipments. FedEx, the new power move.
Orthopedic injuries can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled, and Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since your injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. That's because Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays, in the evenings, and even on Saturdays. So next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. Just walk in, and Ortho South will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more at orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org.
A grieving woman testing her limits in the Australian wilderness is suddenly ensnared in a deadly game with a ruthless predator. Apex, starring Charlize Theron and Taron Egerton, lands only on Netflix April 24th. Again, Apex, starring Charlize Theron and Taron Egerton, only on Netflix April 24th. I'm actually looking forward to that one. Well, what'd you say?
Can I tell you about the time I met Charlize Theron?
You did?
Yeah. And she told me I have a beautiful name.
Really?
Yeah.
She's great. I'm a big fan. My favorite movie that she's in is probably Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
She was dating the guy from Third Eye Blind. You remember? Like, this is like 90s. One of my first jobs, I had to go cover a concert.
Seen Third Eye Blind
that they played. It was like one of those music
I've met
festivals.
Third Eye Blind.
So somebody introduced me to Third Eye Blind, the PR person, and the guy was dating Charlize Theron, and this is like early in her career. And she goes, "Hi, nice to meet you." And I go, "My name is Lang." She goes, "That's a beautiful name." You know, how would you respond?
Thank you.
No, I said, "So is Charlize."
Oh, wow.
Pretty good, right?
Zing.
And she said, "Thank you." And then we left. I never met her again.
That's pretty good, though. That's a great story to have.
It is good, right? And I was really proud of myself for on the fly.
Yeah, no, she's great. I like her a lot, so I'll check that out. April 24th on Netflix.
All right, let's get into the carryout.
It's time for GP's Carryout. One final segment filled with stuff to take with you. It's not everything you need to know, but it's most of it. What did we miss today?
Some Memphis basketball news that we didn't mention. Simon Majok, who was looking like he was going to be a promising player for the Tigers early on in the season. It didn't really work out. He didn't play a ton of minutes, specifically the second half of the season. But he's entering the transfer portal, and I just thought his quote was interesting when he was asked about it. I believe he talked to Partha Padiyai, and the quote was, "The season didn't go well, so I was thinking maybe I can stay and we can make it right. That was my plan, but everybody's plan was different." And I wonder who he's talking about there when he says everybody's plan was different.
Penny or that new GM.
Or his agent.
That too.
Which is kind of weird.
But that would be weird to say I was hoping I could stay and make it right, because you could stay if it wasn't the choice of the Memphis basketball program, right? If it was your own choice, you could stay and make it right.
I just thought it was an interesting quote. Again, I thought he looked like a promising player early in the season. I mean, I thought he looked like a guy that maybe was a project that you could, work with for a couple years, and then you're looking up, in year 3, and he's like a major contributor.
Yeah.
He's obviously a raw player. But I think he's got potential to be a good player. So wish him well. The transfer portal, I believe, is opening today.
Yeah.
So it's going to be wild. It's going to be a wild 24 hours once that thing opens up.
To have that thing open the day of the championship game is crazy. So
Dan Hurley literally going to be like on the phone after. Let's say he wins the national championship, he's going to be on the phone right afterwards. Dusty too, whoever wins. Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Unfortunately, they get paid millions of dollars to do that.
What's today's biggest game?
Obviously,
Grizzlies Cavs.
Obviously, that's what I was going to say. It's Grizzlies Cavs tonight, FedEx Forum, 7 o'clock. It's fan appreciation night. Right. 40% off at the team store.
Yeah.
So I believe they're giving away free posters as well.
I think so. And usually at the end of the game, the players all come out on the court and like do stuff with the, they like give away their jerseys and stuff. So it'll be cool.
It will be cool. But the biggest game tonight is obviously the national championship, UConn, Michigan.
Remember when there used to not be NBA games the night of the college national championship?
I don't like that.
That what?
That's part of the scheduling.
Games?
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
And it's not like there's 5 NBA games tonight. It's not like there's just one. It might be partially because of the snow thing. Remember all those games
schedules got messed up. Yeah. I think,
but maybe not because there's a game on Peacock.
College basketball national championship, college football national championship, Super Bowl, NBA finals. There should be no competition.
We need an executive order for that.
I mean, I know NBA finals, like you're probably gonna have baseball going on, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying there shouldn't. Yeah, I don't like having other events going on during those huge.
Yeah.
During those huge events. Yeah.
Tentpole events.
Right.
Yeah. NBA finals is hard because there's 7 games.
Sure.
But
a little different.
One day thing, the Super Bowl.
And with NBA finals, it's a little. Well, they have the schedule all planned out though, no matter what.
They change it a little bit based on like how many games the other series go. Like the conference finals. Like it's usually a Tuesday, Friday, Sunday schedule. So it could just push a day or a couple days based on that. But yeah.
Michigan's a 6.5-point favorite tonight.
I saw the odds for most outstanding player of the tournament are shifting pretty wildly from Lindeborg to Mara. Because there's a
Axel's
chance,
hobbled.
Yeah, like if the Axel doesn't play, Mara's been really good. So, do you think Michigan wins no matter what? That was kind of what Michael Eaves said.
I'm not so sure, man. I'm not so sure. I think Dan Hurley's a hell of a coach. I do.
I mean, they were down 15 at halftime to Duke, and they figured out a way to get back in that game. So, like, I feel like Dan Hurley's a really good X and O's.
Yes.
And that staff
Adjustment
is really
guy.
good at that. Yeah, they'll figure out something.
I would for sure take UConn plus 6.5, I think.
I think so. Oh, no. I was just I'd take Michigan plus.
You would?
Yeah, I think Michigan's going to win. Minus the 6.5.
Okay, I'll go UConn.
All right.
We'll discuss tomorrow.
What are we watching on TV?
Am I hosting tomorrow?
No, okay. I just meant like in the hallway. I hope GP's back. He will be. GP will be live tomorrow.
Yeah. What was the thing? What are we watching? So I told you I watched Project Hail Mary this weekend. Enjoyed it. Fun movie. Not on my like top 10 of all time, but fun popcorn movie.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of weird that the dude who wrote The Martian, and they're kind of the same movie. Guy gets stranded somewhere, has to figure out how to get out. This one has an alien.
Ridley Scott did The Martian, so it's a little more like a Ridley Scott film. Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
I loved The Martian. That was really good. Yeah,
it was great. Yeah, but good movie. I enjoyed it.
You liked Project Hail Mary?
Yeah.
I think JB went and saw it this weekend too.
Yeah, I thought it was good. It's long.
It was really good.
It's like 2 hours and 40 minutes. It was long.
Did you see it in IMAX?
No, it's not in IMAX anymore.
Because of
the Mario.
Because of
movies.
Mario.
Yeah.
I saw Mario too.
You know what else I saw? So I finally got into it last night. This is a weird show. DTF St. Louis.
GP said it's awesome.
It's really good. Mm-hmm. It's very weird. I
like the cast.
It's a murder mystery sort of.
It's on HBO Sunday
nights. Yeah, and I think the finale is next week. But I didn't watch it at all. And my wife and I started watching it last night. And it's also just like weird enough. Like it's sort of a straightforward procedural thing. And you're trying to figure out what happened to what. But then there's just like random stuff. Like there's one part where the police are running upstairs and Richard Jenkins is in it. He's really good. Anyway, it's good. It's interesting. It's kind of weird and fun. So
okay, I'll be watching Maul Shadow Lord, which debuted today on Disney Plus. It is the Darth Maul series. Big Darth Maul fan.
It's animated, right?
It's animated, but it's a little bit of a different animation style than they did for like Clone Wars and Rebels. So I'm excited about it. It's getting really good reviews. So
I'm into that. How many episodes is that?
I don't think they all drop at the same time. I think they dropped the first 2. I think it's a weekly. It's not like Netflix.
I like Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Mm-hmm. I know you do too. Mm-hmm. And as someone who is into that, like I kind of felt like Project Hail Mary was kind of like,
yeah.
You know, I'd rather see like cool stuff happen in space. And this one, I guess there's cool stuff. There's ships and aliens and stuff. I don't know.
We were nerding out yesterday on radio because Landon, who does the highlights, I didn't realize he was a big Star Wars fan too, and he was showing me like all his Lego sets and stuff. I was like, oh yeah, dude, right on.
That's really nerdy.
So yeah, I know. Well, that's the life that I chose. So we're watching all that tonight.
What's the best thing we've read?
I'm a cool nerd when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah.
My friend,
I can't pretend to be.
I caught up on this today. My friend Devin Gordon, he's a writer. He's a Mets fan, unfortunately. He wrote a book about the Mets, So Many Ways to Lose, a couple years ago. But he wrote an op-ed for the New York Times about what it's like when you find out your favorite athletes disagree with you politically. Because it's because we used to never know like what people think.
Now we know what everybody thinks about everything.
Yeah. And so he wrote a thing about what it's like to find out your favorite athletes are different than you politically, or the headline was "Help, my favorite athlete is an idiot," because now we find out all this stuff about him. So anyway, it's an interesting thing.
Did he say who his favorite athlete was?
Well, he's a Mets fan.
Okay,
so,
don't give it away. Let people go read the story.
Yeah, I mean he mentions Francisco Lindor and Brandon Nimmo in the piece, but it came out the other day in the New York Times, and it's worth a read. It's kind of made me think about it in a way I hadn't thought about it.
Okay.
What's on tap for tomorrow?
What's tomorrow? I'm not hosting.
Yeah, GP's going to be live from Indianapolis tomorrow. He has been doing Final Four preparation. We'll break down the championship game. We'll, obviously put a bow. We'll put a bow on the Grizzlies' home schedule. Yep. We still have 3 road games, though. Yep. We're going to hit the road for 3 more on Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So the season's not over, but yeah, last home game tonight. It is a weird feeling. Don't you just feel weird? Like we had a little. We all went out on Beale after the game and after the post-game show on Friday, just because it was a big, it's the last time on the weekend that everybody's really getting together, and it does always feel weird, man. It's such a long season, and you put so much time into it, and it kind of becomes your life, and then it's just over, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be fun tonight.
But there's also things like, because that's our life, like that we've postponed for months. You know, like you're like, I gotta just, once the Grizzly season's over, I can get to these other things, and like now it's time to get to those other things and spend more time with our families and all that stuff too. But I mean,
and we are doing exit interviews. Actually,
there's some tonight.
Some tonight for guys that are out that have, like, I believe Zach Edey's talking.
And Jalen Wells and maybe Scottie Pippen. There's a couple, and Santi, I think it's tonight.
Yeah, so we'll hear from those guys, and that'll be interesting. And then I think we'll hear from everybody after the game on the 12th.
Well, I think next Monday there's a bunch scheduled.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's bittersweet that it's over, and it's also like let's just move on. Let's see what's next. I'm kind of excited. Gary and I are going to start getting ready for the draft show, draft board breakdown.
I am so stoked for the draft discourse. Yeah. You're right. Like, I'm ready to get to that. I know that we've been doing it for a while now because we know the score of the season, but like, I'm ready to really, really get into it, especially because I think I got an idea of, if they're, let's say they're slotted 1 through 7, I got an idea of the guys that I want, but I haven't even really thought about, they're going to have another.
They might have 2 lottery picks.
They might have 2 lottery picks. Regardless, they're going to have another first round pick, and they're going to have a really high second round pick. So, just diving into all that stuff is going to be fun. I love it.
3 of the top 31 picks are going to be the Grizzlies.
And you guys will start your draft breakdown show here pretty soon. So that'll be good too. Get to prepping.
All right, that's it. Appreciate you hanging out with us today. Yeah, I always like hanging out with you and talking. And Chris Vernon will be on in half an hour. And then Odds Couple coming at you at 2 o'clock today. Me, Rob Fisher, and somebody else. I don't know who else will be here. So appreciate y'all hanging in. For Bennett, for Kyra, I'm Lang. You've been watching the Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media.